We welcome you back into Pioneer Arena, where the Pioneers have fallen out of the Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Tournament to the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears 70-58, joined by Pioneer coach J.T. Burton. And we were chatting before the game. You kind of knew tonight, without Tariq Jenkins, you're going to be a little bit different with the matchups. And first half, back and forth once again. I thought you guys played great in that first half. Just didn't get the second chance opportunities that you normally get.
No, we didn't. We hit a drought too as well. But hats off to Coach Sullivan. They did a really good job. Had a great game plan. And we just, the first half we kind of stuck with them. The second half, I think the older guys kind of stepped up to the plate, and made some plays.
Yeah, I think their plays were defensively on Donovan Donaldson tonight. He'd been making so many of those shots this year, especially over the last week. They just didn't go. I tipped my cap to R.J. Gunn. Thought he had a great game defensively against Donaldson.
Yes, he did. Every shot he took was contested. He made sure that he took tough twos, and he didn't let him drive to the basket hardly either. And then Donovan, did a really good job of sharing the ball, and we made some threes. He just down the stretch, they made better plays.
The absence of Tariq Jenkins, I think, reared its ugly head a couple of times here. Even though I think Malik Tyree, you said we got to get 8 to 9 good minutes out of him. And I think you got that out of him tonight. But the absence of Tariq really kind of it came through here in this game.
It's when you lose a guy like Tariq, when we hit those lows, he's one of those guys that can step up because you're losing 12 points a game, because there's a significant drop off after when Dylan comes in the game, he's not there. So, but that's okay, man. That's what we practice for. They did a great job of defending us. They did a great job of keeping us out of the lane and contesting shots. So hats off to those guys.
Didn't give us second chance opportunities. I think that was the biggest thing that I saw. Despite shooting everything, we did not get to the glass. We did not get that, and a little bit of that with our lineup tonight.
Oh yeah, and especially late in the game. You got to get those rebounds. You have to. There's no questions asked, and we didn't do it. They was just a little bit tougher than they wanted. That goes along with the little age, and have some guys that's been around, because those guys, you could tell. I knew they wouldn't give up. Because they start, especially late in the game, they was crashing boards hard to get those rebounds.
The Pioneers in this one, again, points in the paint, it was 40-18. That very evident. They had a good game plan. They stuck to it. They had great interior passing as well against the zone, probably the best that I've seen this year against us this season.
Yeah, they did. What they was doing is, we try to make an adjustment to it, but they stuck to the game plan, flashing the guy in the middle. But it was one thing. Hey, it's all a credit to those guys. We just didn't make the plays when we needed to.
It's sad that the Pioneer season has come to an end here at home, but as you reflect on what this season has been, we weren't supposed to be here. We were playing with house money, your phrase, and just came in here and to try to just be free and play. They just didn't allow us to do that tonight.
No, I knew it was going to be. I knew Don had to have a really good game, and Dylan got going, especially in the second half, and Trent was going early. I knew that we needed that third person to really score the ball, and we didn't have a consistency in that, and they did it with them taking out Don, and Don normally makes those those shots, but he didn't do it. And then, hey, that kid has given me everything he has out this year.
Big change from December 1st when he didn't go with the team to Catawba to where he ended his career here at Tusculum. Total transformation.
It's unbelievable. So that kid gave me everything he had. He changed. I had to adjust to him. He adjusted to me, and that's hard for a kid to do. And that's a testament to him and his family, his parents, and to him to wanting to learn and get better.
Right now we're gonna start this whole pitch for Freshman of the Year and Trenton Gibson. There's some great freshmen. There's some great kids this year, but we just couldn't jump behind Trenton Gibson tonight. He gave you 22 points. That's a career best for him. Back-to-back really career games. He had 21 Saturday, 22 tonight, 8 rebounds. I think the defense was tough on him, but again, we just didn't get anybody to go with him. Dylan hit some big threes late. Caleb Hodnett scored periodically, but Trenton, another great game for your diaper dandy.
Hey, man, I'm so glad he's on my team, because we got 3 more years with that kid. He's a winner. He does everything I ask. He gets in the gym. You want to talk about a kid that's a gym rat and does the extra work? He runs, this is no lie, he runs a mile or 2 before the day of the game to get ready. And that's why our culture changed. That's why everything's changed, because you got a kid like him as a freshman that's setting that standard for everybody. And that's why he's had great games. And in my opinion, he's got a chance to win the Freshman of the Year.
Another big high tonight was the fact that Austin Hall, senior, journeyman here in college basketball, came in, gave you some really big moments in this contest, like he didn't want it to come to an end. Your seniors were very instrumental, I think, in turning a culture around for Tusculum.
Those guys that, like Malik Tyree, Don Donaldson has been there for a couple years. Malik's been there for 5 years. Cade was been there, 3 years. And even Zach Hartle, that is red shirt.
Yeah.
Those guys like that, Brandon Mitchell, those guys that's been here, I owe them so much because they didn't have to do what we was asking. Right. What was asked of them has never been asked of them before in their life, and nothing. And those kids took it. They rebelled a little bit, just like any kid, but they took it and ran with it. And that's why we was in the position we're in. We done a lot of things. I told them they were special, and I knew we was going to do some things that's going to be different this year.
Do you reflect on this, and do you say, oh, man, this coulda, shoulda, woulda? Do you do a lot of that? Do you nitpick, or do you just say, you know what a great ride?
No, I'm not that way. I learned it a long time ago. And if you called me 10 years ago, I would have been out here. I'd have been sad. But now, it's just bigger than basketball because my thing is as I told my seniors, I left them with this. I told them as you get older, you go out there in the world, always have people that can run the race faster than you.
Yeah.
And that's what I hope they took for us because what these guys have done, they don't understand it now. 10 to 15 years from now, when we got this thing rolling, even 5 years from now, they'll be able to come in and say, hey, we started this.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do because they got a chance to taste victory and what it was to win.
A foundation has definitely been set here at Tusculum, and it was not one of those things that was easy. But have you put into perspective 12 of the final 17 and the way this team fought?
It was unbelievable. I mean, we was going down there, my sister and I was sitting there looking at the schedule, and we had lost 3 or 4, and I was like, guys, I mean, we was hoping to go 500. You know what I mean? You know how it is. You're praying. And then these guys just, they just said, hey, they just decided to do the little things, continue to believe, continue to come here and work every single day. And when you have a culture change like we've had, and seniors and freshmen and Trent Gibson to come in and lead this team, when nobody thought we could do it, nobody. Those kids, I love them to death.
Tip the cap to this guy right here, no question about it. So, I know you're hard on the recruiting trail and doing a lot of that kind of stuff as well. But do you come down to the tournament this weekend? Do you come watch the games in Greenville?
Yeah, I might. We're gonna go hit the road. I mean, we have no choice. But yeah, we'll be all over. I mean, I told my assistant Darren Higgins, I said, Coach Higgins, now we're gonna do what I done when I was my first starter. When you lose a game like this, the only way to get over it is just hit the road for about 5 or 6 days, maybe 10 days, literally on the road. And you got to get some players. But hey, man, you got to reflect. I'm happy. Thanks for all the fans and all the support we got. I think that we showed some people that we belong in this league. We're not the same Tusculum as old, and we just got to go out there and get some better players and take care of the players that we have.
He's James Tyler. It's been a remarkable run. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Fun times. The Pioneers do fall here tonight, though. I don't get a chance to see this guy very much because I'm sure he will be on the road. The LR Bears have advanced to the food line. I keep saying food line. It used to be that. The Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Tournament. They'll take on the winner of Queens and Carson Newman. That'll be the 5 o'clock game on Saturday in Greenville. Back with some final comments when we come back. This guy's gone. The Bears victorious 70-58 here tonight from Pioneer Arena on the Pioneer Sports Network.